Not that button.
Welcome to the Dawg and Gus show. Oops, I pressed the wrong button already.
Just kidding.
What do we got going on today?
Well, I'm pretty stoked about this. We have a very, very special guest today, James, and I'm going to let you talk to people about her.
Well, she's a good friend of mine. We're so lucky to have her. Her name's Amanda Rheaume. Hi, Amanda.
How's it going? Hi.
Welcome to the show, our little show. What happened there?
Kingston's calling for some
That's
reason.
my theme music, actually.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I told them to call you.
Oh, thanks, Kingston.
She's sneaky, eh?
She's very
Watch
sneaky.
out. So Amanda Rheaume, a Juno Award nominee, Canadian Folk Music Award winner for Indigenous Songwriter of the Year. She's also the Director of Operations for the International Indigenous Music Summit, co-founder of Ishkode.
Ishkode.
Nice.
We were so
Ishkode
close.
Records, and project coordinator for the creation of a National Indigenous Music Office. That's like, are you busy or what?
No.
Yeah.
No.
She sounds good on paper.
Yeah.
She's really hard to talk to though. No, she.
No fun.
Yeah, but is the 2008 Big Money Shot still the number one?
Yeah, that was the best. I still have some of that money left. No, I'm just kidding. That was a very fun time and a very different time.
Yeah, we were young.
We were younger.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I can't even do math very well, so I don't even know how much younger, but
That's all
we
good.
were younger than now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go right into, with the new single, I'm just going to read this, and I want you to, I have a question about it.
Great.
With the new single, 100 Years, a driving, surging Copperhead Road-esque journey through the willfully, harmfully misrepresented chapter in a violent colonial timeline. Rheaume makes a powerful statement about history and identity. My question, after reading all that, is how do you feel about your song being compared to the man who wrote Copperhead Road?
You know what's sad is I can't remember who wrote that song right
Steve
now.
Earle?
Oh, okay, yes. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, we're all complicated humans, but he's so talented, and I love that song. My publicist made that connection musically.
Was that who did that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Emily Smart. She's the best. And it made so much sense to me. So
Right.
I don't know, like, it's really hard for me making the music to make like sentences about the music
Right.
up. So I like that reference. And I think Steve, I mean, his body of work is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, we're huge fans.
we're both
of
Yeah.
us, yeah.
So I was like, that's the coolest connection I've ever read about my own music.
Nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have compared it more to Justice in Ontario by Steve. It's another song he writes. He sings about this biker gang in Ontario they just basically pick up these guys for a murder they didn't commit because they're bikers. So it's got a kind of the same kind of tone where it's just like it's social injustice, and it's just an amazing song. You should give it a
I
listen.
gotta
to
hear it. I haven't heard it.
It's so good.
What's it called?
Justice in Ontario.
Justice. Oh, and it's got an Ontario in there.
Yes, he loves
Represent.
coming to Canada.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Just like Ronnie Hawkins.
Yeah, and rest in peace. That's,
Yeah.
Well, I love Ronnie Hawkins too.
Yeah.
He loved it here.
Did he really? The
Yes,
Hawk?
the Hawk.
He was an American who lived here.
Yeah, he
He
moved.
resided
Oh, really?
in Canada. Yeah.
Oh, crazy. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Nice. Spaces Between. What a great album. I've been listening to it all week.
Yep.
I mean, well, since it came out.
I've been telling everybody I know to start listening to it.
Yeah, exacgly.
So those three people are on.
So
Those
what-
three people. Are
What's
listening.
go through your process. go through. We're gonna laugh a lot this
Yeah.
one, just so you know,
Yeah.
because Amanda and I go back way back.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
Like
5
the process for
Yeah.
that album, like there's so many killer songs on it, but like, how did that work out for you? Like your process?
For sure. So at the beginning of 2020, I moved from Toronto back to Ottawa. And then the pandemic started.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's such a moment in time, really, the starting of it especially. But it took me a minute to find a place. So I was just actually hanging out at my folks' place. And when George Floyd was murdered, and I mean, Breonna Taylor was not far, it was not that far away from that as well. And it's so many names. My friend Sierra Noble and I were chatting, and we were like, do you want to write a song? Let's just get on Zoom and write a song, because everyone was in Zoom land already.
Yeah.
So we wrote Death of the American Dream. But we were like, we're not going to write a pandemic song. And then it kind of ended up being that anyway. But also a snapshot of the time. So that song was first, and then we wrote the other song we wrote was All Sides of Me. That took a little bit longer to finish, but we kind of sprinkled like these like songs. We started them, and then time would go by, and then I was like, I'm going to write a record. I'm going to write a record right now. And one of the biggest, I would say, inspirations for the direction that became the album was an interview I did with Tony Belcourt in December 2020. And Tony Belcourt is a Métis leader, activist. He started all sorts of things. He's first president of the Métis Nation of Ontario. He founded the Native Council of Canada, etc. And he was my grandfather's friend. They were really, really close and did a lot of work together. And I just said, Tony, will you just talk to me about being Métis? And I asked him all sorts of questions. I had them all listed out, and I recorded that Zoom, and I just listened to it and started writing more and more songs,
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them were written with buds over Zoom. Like, I don't even think one of these songs that were co-written was written in real life.
In real time.
In real, person, in person.
In person, real life.
Which is very weird.
It is weird, I'm sure.
And sort of cool. But
for sure.
Yeah, and then in July 2021, and I'd been talking to Hill Corcutis, who produced the record, and she's actually just won a Juno for being the first, she's won the Juno for Recording Engineer of the Year, and she's the first woman that ever won.
Nice.
Wow.
In the history of the Junos, which is that's
crazy to me.
Shocking, but not even that shocking. It's just
you're
like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's real cool. And that was just a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
And we rented out and booked Canterbury Music Studio. I think that's what it's called officially. But it was like pandemic vibes. Like, we had to fill out forms and get our temperatures taken and be in separate rooms. And, it was definitely different. But it was still awesome.
Yeah, good experience. I'm
yeah,
sure.
It was the best.
Well, I wouldn't say that we want to do that for every album, but this album's amazing. And I've been listening to your other stuff as well, which is, I love it all. Everything I've listened to is great.
Oh, yeah. She's amazing. Like, I have to say, I love that you followed your dream. Like, it was
thanks.
like, because I've known you since you were a teenager, and we were teenagers.
We were teenagers.
And just like, forget everybody else and just go for it.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been growing up in Barrhaven, and then, doing like all the open mics, like Grace O'Malley's and like Elbow Room, and I don't even know.
Did you do the Rainbow too?
I played
Room?
the Rainbow, and I hosted open mics at Quinn's and the Elephant and Castle. I love Quinn's.
Yep.
What's up? And and the Georgetown, which was the Ferguson, and I'd played every Royal Oak you could even think of.
Yeah,
and
we can make one up too.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good reason for us to go get hammered and watch Amanda play music, right?
Right. But I didn't know you then, so I didn't get invited. So
yeah.
No, you were
fine.
too busy.
There's lots of time.
I was old.
Yeah, that's right.
I was being old.
Yeah, exactly.
You were this age then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now.
Well,
man.
I was that old.
Anyway.
So that leads right into my next question, because I have a young lady that we hope is going to get on the show soon. And that's, what advice would you give to young inspiring singers, especially if they're Indigenous as well?
Wow. I guess, to anyone, I would just say, just play all the time. Play all the time. Get all the gigs. Try all the gigs. Play in all the places. To a certain point, when things start shifting and you're playing your own music, and, obviously we want to be heard, and we don't want to be scream singing over people eating chicken wings or whatever. But I would just say say yes to opportunities, even if they feel scary maybe, or you're I don't know. Knowing that being nervous or feeling unsure or the imposter syndrome or whatever happens, because it happens. Right. Even now, I've been doing this for 20 years,
right? And
I still am do I suck? Is this okay? But just to know that that's going to come up,
right?
And do it anyway.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome advice.
Yeah,
yeah. I heard recently, you're not nervous, you're excited.
Yeah, I've been nervous though, for sure. Even in the later years of late, I would say. Yeah, and I guess for Indigenous artists, I will say there's like a whole whackload of systemic issues and barriers that do exist. And, so to find community is important.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why Shoshona Kish from Digging Roots and I do the International Indigenous Music Summit, because it's a place where everyone can come together and be together, and it's Indigenous artists from all over the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's the coolest thing.
Right.
And
absolutely.
I would say just to find your community in the music space, and it does exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's nice to hear. You
Yes,
know?
very much so.
I took the University of Alberta course, the Indigenous Studies course. Was the gentleman that was in your interludes, was he on that course also? I think so.
Tony Belcourt?
Yeah,
he's
I think
in
he
the
was.
interludes, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he was, because James is ramming this down my throat because I started one and I didn't finish it.
Right.
Yeah.
But now
I
he's
finished it.
telling me to finish it.
Gotta
But I'm pretty
finish
sure when you said his name, that's kind of rang like I know that name.
He did too, in his
Yes.
voice too. His
Yeah.
voice.
Oh,
That
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
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 He's the best. I just played in Ottawa and he was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We missed that.
I
Yeah,
know.
what the
I know.
heck?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What's wrong with you guys?
Because we were like, yeah, it's my fault.
It's you.
It
know
was a
him.
Wednesday also. It was my birthday, so you're doubly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm totally.
jeez.
Yeah, I'm totally.
You're like the worst friend ever.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
It's not true. But
There's worse.
Okay.
No, I should have been there. I wanted. Obviously, I love seeing Amanda. I've seen her
Of
many
course you
times.
do.
But
Next
yeah.
one.
Next one.
Next one.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You must be excited for the album release party.
Yeah. So it was kind of like on Wednesday we did the show.
Yeah.
And even though the record wasn't out yet, air quotes. But yeah, this Wednesday I'm playing in Toronto at the El Macombo Classic.
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 We were just talking about that before you came.
We were.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
Because the funny thing that people don't, my handle on Facebook is El Macombo. Because
Is it?
Because I told James the story. Yeah.
They're like
They're saying that
fighting
jerk.
you?
That jerk.
Furious.
Yeah.
They're emailing him constantly.
Yeah,
you
they're
could sell
saying
that stuff.
Shit, you can swear.
just because of April Wine, because they played a show there. They opened for the Rolling Stones there. So that's my connection to that.
Didn't I?
Because you were in the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm actually the guy they don't talk about
Oh, yeah.
Because I was-
they don't talk about whatsoever.
at all. I'm in no print, no pictures,
No.
nothing.
That is
That was just because I'm an April Wine guy.
That's a
so
feat.
Yeah.
April Wine. I think I opened for Honeymoon Suite. Just kidding.
Yeah. They're not even close.
Well,
Yeah, they're good. Johnny D's a good guy.
Why are you shutting it down so fast?
I'm sorry, man.
I
I
can
know.
see why. They're like rival bands.
Yeah,
maybe.
man.
April Wine's like Dave's like,
Okay.
yeah.
It's so much so that it's tattooed on my body. You know
That's
what
cool.
I'm saying? You know?
Wow.
Where's your tattoo that says my name?
Oh, I have to get one.
You're getting one now.
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently I am. Yeah.
I don't have any, so maybe that should be mine first.
Tell you what, I'll put it right beside.
I'm like
I'll put it right beside this.
I'm the guy that doesn't have them.
that. Beauty.
Yeah.
Good turtle.
Thank you,
Sweet turtle.
sweet turtle.
I want a turtle tattoo. I got a snake. He's not
Nice.
done yet.
Nice. No, he's not.
That's cool.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Getting finished. Pretty stoked.
Wow.
Nice. Who do you go to?
This tattoo is being done by a woman named India Amara in Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. Go up, do a release party.
Oh,
get
I
some
was like,
tatted.
which stones am I
What? Yeah, exactly.
The Rolling Stones, obviously.
Yes.
Follow along here.
Our minds. What? Anyway, yes, I will be doing both of those things and a few other things.
Yes.
when I'm in Toronto.
Oh yeah, the Toronto's fun.
Yeah.
So,
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So any cool collaborations on the album that you didn't expect, or you just, or any cool collaborations whatsoever?
Yeah, they're all cool.
Yeah, I would imagine, but-
Do About Her was a co-write with Kinney Starr, who's a good bud, and she also just directed the music video that came out for
Oh, really?
this song. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's a pretty provocative song, I'd say, and one of my favorites on the record. And her and I collaborated once before. I put out this song called The Best, and it was done. And then I was like, something's missing. And I really didn't know Kenny very well, but I emailed her and I was like, we don't know each other, but I think you should rap on this song. So, and she did, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And so
Nice.
we wrote, she actually brought this song to our mutual space and we finished it, and then I recorded it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that song, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah. Is it about you?
It's about a conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, that's happening in the online space and otherwise, but it's more a song that asks some questions and doesn't really have any answers
Yet.
yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That's kind of like really leaves you thinking.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, how do we want to treat each other? That's really the main question.
Yeah. I think, and like when I was taking that course, I just found like I was really questioning myself a lot.
Yep.
With, I'm a nice person and I think I'm putting my best foot forward, but, you could always be a little bit more genuine,
Yep.
a little bit more nice.
Agreed.
Well, and the government
yeah.
literally didn't want anyone to know anything. So
No.
it's not like colonialism doesn't just affect Indigenous people.
No,
it
it
affects
doesn't.
everybody differently, of course, but like everyone is, caught that virus basically.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't, people didn't learn things in school that were actually true. And now we're this age and, doing the work is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that we didn't learn anything in school about that stuff.
Nope.
And, like unless you do your own research, and thankfully we do have, social media and there's internet that's like, like obviously way more advanced now than when we started.
Oh yeah.
So you can look into things.
Yep.
But I just question it. And
Yeah, but I found taking the course was better than going online because you can't trust a lot of the stuff online too. But I trust a course from an accredited university with a professor that's, actually knows what they're talking about and not spreading
it's amazing.
Right.
stuff
Free,
that they
too.
want you to hear.
Oh yeah.
You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
free course.
I know.
Like, everybody should
I
do it.
remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Levy did it,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
that's right.
And I thought that was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan Levy's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David.
Going back,
David.
yeah.
David.
I can sometimes do him, but I'm not going to do it right
No,
now.
don't. Please don't try, and please don't sing.
Oh,
Well,
come on.
No.
I feel like you can sing.
A little, but not.
Didn't you sing at an open mic or something?
That
once
was
I was
Coates.
there.
That was
James.
Remember he came up loaded, did Wheat Kings with you
Oh yeah.
at Grace O'Malley's
Nice.
back in the day. No, I never had
love
the
that guy.
gumption.
You never
to-
did it. What you do karaoke though?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, then
I
you
could do Johnny Cash because I could
Yeah,
get the
you
voice
can.
down there. But
No, you can't.
yeah, I can.
No, you can't. Nobody does Johnny Cash but Johnny Cash, brother.
Oh well, I'd still do it.
Yeah.
Why you got hate?
I don't hate. I just like.
How was the Junos this year?
So fun.
Yeah, the Victors were awesome.
Oh man, it was like a reunion of the music industry from like 3 years ago. I actually
sure.
went to the 2020 Junos that never happened. I flew all the way to Saskatoon, and because I was supposed to play in the Juno Cup, which is the hockey game. Do you know about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Monkey Junk.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really? Yeah.
Oh, it's hard hockey. Like
Really?
there's women from the national team that play and
Oh,
ex
amazing.
NHL players and against musicians whom you think would be bad, but they're really
Actually,
good.
Jim Cuddy's a pretty good hockey
Jim
player.
Cuddy is a great hockey
Yeah.
player. He's very competitive,
I bet.
And it's
and he doesn't like to lose.
no.
No.
Didn't know that about Jim.
We won the last one, and so
Nice.
we're leaving it at that for now.
Okay, good.
But anyway, I got to Saskatoon, and then it got canceled. So I was like, okay, guess I'll go home now. But so I guess that's 2 years, right? But we, although it'd be 3 because the year before was the last time that actually happened, and it was so fun. It was so fun,
Yeah, it must have been like
Oh my gosh.
a lot of pent up energy.
and just like hugs and
Is there,
love.
is there
and,
contact in it? You allowed to hit people?
Oh, and the hockey.
Well, you're off topic.
Oh, sorry,
no.
man. I'm
We
just
moved
thinking-
on.
That's okay.
They won, and she wanted to leave it at that.
No, I'm going to come back around. You know
That's
that.
okay. There's no contact like
Okay.
Come on.
officially.
No, but Gus knows I'm coming back around because I have a question.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, ask it.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Stop pressuring me. Jeez, we just met me.
Uh-huh.
Now, I asked a friend of yours how good your hockey skills were.
Oh.
And here's a direct quote.
Oh, boy.
Hey, yeah, Amanda was great. She's always great. I just saw her a few days ago. Those Juno Cup games are a huge thrill.
Who was that?
Matt Saab.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He
From
lent
Monkey
us
Jump.
his drums for the gig.
Nice.
Did he?
Yeah. I was okay. I mean, I was never a star player, but I could keep up.
He said you did fine.
I scored a real goal. Like, it wasn't like they let me get it in. I got it in.
Nice.
Yeah.
No messing around.
I
Nope.
know.
We're in
Love
the
it.
I mean,
presence
Ron
of
Tugnut was one of the goalies one year.
Tugger.
No, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't he make the most saves ever? 80,
Anytime?
80 saves in
I
one
honestly
game.
don't
Oh.
know, man. I'm
Because he
not-
was like triple overtime or something.
Yeah. Could have been.
Anyways, off topic.
Yep.
So talk about Shoshona Kish, like the you guys.
What to say?
Yeah. Because it was gonna say because you guys started the record label.
Yes.
And obviously the other.
The Summit, yeah.
Yeah.
She is the best. So we met in 2003 on the Ottawa Folk Festival stage. Her and her husband Raven are digging roots. And we were on a stage together, like a workshop stage. And Raven and I were both wearing no shoes or not wearing any shoes. And so we were like, oh, okay, who are you? Who are you? And then we crossed paths like here and there, but it wasn't a real, it wasn't like a
connection right away.
There was a connection, but it wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden let's be friends and spend all this time together. And then I think it was 2017 maybe or early 2018. I guess in 2017 she actually hired me to do a gig at the National Arts Center called Anishinaabe. And so I did that and we reconnected there. But then early 2018 she phoned me and I was in my apartment in Toronto and she was like, so I'm starting this thing and I want to know if you want to help me, and I had no idea what she was talking about, but just this instinct of like, yeah, what's up? Let's do it. And it ended up being the International Indigenous Music Summit. And so we put on this event with Folk Alliance International and brought Indigenous artists from all over the world together to Montreal. And then we did a second one in New Orleans, also known as Bulbancha. And it's just been the wildest, best ride, like us coming together and doing all this work together. It just kind of feels like this synergy and kind of just this opening up of this whole new world, basically. Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
She's amazing.
That sounds like a good friend.
Yes.
I like that.
It's really awesome. And even, the record label, same sort of thing. She came to me and she said, I know we're crazy busy, but I have this idea. I've always wanted to do this record label. Like, do you want to also do that? I was like, okay. So we did.
Yeah. You're a doer, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, she's so busy.
I know. We were talking about this earlier before you got here.
Yeah.
But it's the way you want it.
It's the way I want it. And now it's funny because during the pandemic is when it kind of all really got insane. For some reason, I think because everybody was stuck just at their computers. So, lots of people in the music business started meeting and talking about things. And we launched our label in June 2021. And I'm not sure that if we were in our other life, that it would have all happened that fast because we were touring and it's really hard to be on the road and like launch businesses. It's like
I'd imagine.
not easy. And so in a way, all this work, the being at home that much kind of gave us an opportunity to make all this stuff happen.
Right.
And now it's opening up a little bit, knock on wood. And now sort of we're getting to see that come to life like with people,
Yeah.
Not just screens.
That's right. It's so much better to connect.
Absolutely.
Like even when we hugged out there, it was like a nice hug because it was like I hadn't seen her in forever, but we did a bunch of FaceTimes over the early on and with friends, but it's not the same.
No,
I get my energy from others, so it's like you can't do that on a screen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What does Amanda do for fun when she's not touring and running record labels and
being on board,
organizing summits and climbing Mount Everest? What are you doing?
Like unbelievable.
Yeah, right. I know. What am I doing? I recently started cold dipping. I mean, it's the summer now, but I started going in the really, really cold water. That's fun. It's kind of a trend also. But I'm onto it.
Wim Hof sort of thing?
But like, I mean, I don't know that guy.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. He ran in the Arctic for with no shoes for I don't know how many kilometers.
Exactly, and
lots.
he climbed to the summit at Mount Everest with sandals and a pair of shorts on.
I can't.
I can't.
I don't even know about that, but good for him.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. I'm into that. I really love gardening.
Nice.
Vegetables, growing food. Mm-hmm. What else? I don't know. Just seeing friends and
You still see the BBSBs?
Oh, do I ever?
Yeah.
The wolf pack.
Yeah, the wolf pack.
Yeah, I saw them all Saturday.
I know.
Most of them.
I saw some photos. Was it for your birthday?
My birthday. Yeah.
And then were you there for Olsen's birthday too?
I missed that, but we saw each other.
Of course.
The different day, but I don't know. Fun. It's and my nephew and niece. I have a nephew and a niece that if I could see them every day, I would.
I would.
That's awesome.
And they better be listening.
I know. How vanilla are those answers? I mean, I could be like, I like to rock and roll.
Well, use cold dip.
Cold dip threw us off.
I like to garden. I've been gardening.
He has actually. I was at his place on the weekend.
Aw.
Yeah. Right before he went to the rodeo.
Killer rhubarb.
Ooh, nice.
Rhubarb there.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Pretty good.
Yeah, rhubarbs are, see?
Yeah, I like growing food, especially like, remember when all those food shortages were happening and stuff? I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to get some solar panels and like make my own food.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because it has been effective to have your own little area. Like all my herbs are inside and all of my herbs.
Herbs.
Yeah. Herbs. Mm-hmm. Okay, Bob Marley.
I love Bob.
Bob. Well, you know what? The quickie never ran out of chocolate bars, so I was fine.
Yeah, your diet, man.
Don't stop it.
You look great.
Thank you. See? I like her more than I like you right now.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Well, she's easy to like.
Yeah, she's very easy to like. You know. I was very nervous about this because she's,
She's Amanda Rheaume.
Yeah. And she's done all these albums and she writes songs and she plays music and she's and all that stuff.
I know you get like that, but that's okay.
I so get like that.
She's so down to earth and so comforting and nice.
Yeah, I realized
it's always nice to see
Thank
her.
You. Yeah.
Aw, guys, come on.
If what's the biggest problem you've had to overcome in the music industry?
Oh, money. I don't know.
Yeah, monetizing is usually the answer.
Yeah, finding money, affording things. I honestly probably like maintaining a sense of physical and mental health, and being a touring musician, because it's like they don't really go hand in hand necessarily. Like being home this much, for example, and now everything starting up again. I'm like, woo! I forgot. I forgot that I was tired all the time.
I bet.
And
traveling.
Yeah, and like I just don't know how good that is for a person. I mean, you get energy and things like that, but I think I'd say like something that I always kind of worked on and thought about was just how to stay grounded and healthy, like while, driving all over Europe and playing gigs like 30 nights in a row and, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, but
I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keeping your mind healthy and all that stuff is
it's so important in everything, really. But I can imagine that it's pretty challenging to find a spot that you can have a quiet time to yourself and chill out for a bit before the show,
or like even try to exercise or not drink like copious amounts of alcohol every day of your life just because it's around. There's things that I think people are starting to talk about now, that your mental health and your spiritual health and all that is like, it's really important. We can't do our job. I can't do my job if I'm not keeping all that stuff in check.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. I'm stealing one of your questions.
Please do.
No, I'm not actually.
Well, there are questions.
I know. But they're yours.
Are we fighting?
Yes, we are.
Is this our first fight?
Yes, it's our first fight. It never gets to blows because he's younger and he's probably quicker and stuff, but I'm meaner.
Yeah, we're just You're a biter.
I'm a biter.
Yeah,
a scratch. When you tour, is it because I watched a Dave Grohl thing and he was talking about like the vans that people drove in and all this stuff. When you're touring, is it your own car? Are you renting a van with your bandmates? Or are you getting a bus?
No bus. I wish that would be amazing. They're so expensive.
Right.
Yeah, usually like if we're on a long tour, so not just like a gig here and a gig there, which was mostly like I toured Canada, and when I toured Canada, I would drive in my own minivan like across the whole large country.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's a pretty big country.
Back and forth. Yeah, it's insane. There's also just like one road,
Well, Trans-Canada's fine.
It's fine, but it's like Canada's got so much space and
it's true.
There's places to play, but there's not as many as you'd imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all spread out anyway. But in Europe, it's like the drives are shorter. There's way more people. There's way more venues. There's way more people that want to go to the venues. So I'd go on longer tours there in the, recent past-ish. And we would rent a van and have a tour manager and we'd all kind of pile in and bring all the gear. And it's kind of this, like those 12-seater vans, but it has the back like blocked off.
Yeah.
And maybe even a bit bigger than that. Yeah.
That's what I was envisioning right there.
Yeah.
Not Amanda driving across Canada in a minivan.
No,
Is there a Timmy's nearby, Dan?
Yeah.
I need a Timmy's.
She did tell me an amazing story.
I did do that, but not in a long time.
When she was, she's been to Afghanistan twice.
Yeah,
you 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier. That's freaking awesome.
But she took like the Godfather plane, didn't you? Like the
the Hercules.
Hercules, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the C-170.
Wow.
And I went on Chinooks and like
crazy.
Yeah, because the C-1s, those are really, really comfortable planes to go in.
Though
no,
I'm shaking my head no because it's not true at all.
The Hercules is not comfortable.
Not at all.
That's for sure. The other one is you're kind of strapped into the side.
You're strapped into the fuselage. Good luck.
Yeah, it was a trip.
Yeah.
I can't believe those things happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great story, though.
I learned a lot. I don't support war in any way. And I have mixed feelings about all of that. But what I really loved when I did go is that I was singing for people, they were away from their families. And I don't know, that is a hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing, being over there and that war specifically was being in the desert like that.
It's nasty. Yep.
So tough.
Yep.
Yeah, and just dangerous, and those are the people in the military, the salt of the earth.
Yeah, my dad was in the military for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I know that, I don't speak for them, but I know that they appreciate somebody like yourself coming over there and doing that for them.
For sure. And it was one of the times, most memorable times where I thought to myself, what am I saying? What am I singing in these songs? Because I actually, right after the big money shot was around the same time I did those gigs, or started to 2009 was the first one. And I remember we went over with Glass Tiger, and I just remember getting up in front of thousands of military people and just being like, what am I'm singing about a love song right now. What am I saying? What's my message? And I really learned a lot from that, because every time you get on stage, it's an opportunity to say something or help someone or make people feel or whatever the thing is. It changed a lot of things for me, for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but love songs will do that though, right? You've got your people all the way, they're missing their wives or their husbands or whatever. So I think that's appropriate as well.
Yeah, it was fine. They were just more the lyrics weren't as thoughtful as I'd say I'm writing now.
Okay.
But yeah, it was still fun. It was like a rock and roll show, which was still entertaining. But I had so many great conversations with people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sad conversations also. A couple of guys were killed when we were there. So that was a trip too. They had to shut down all communications. We weren't allowed to call home until they'd let the families know. And it was very
eye-opening.
Yeah, whoa, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
I can't
from
even.
Barhaven.
Yeah, seriously. Exactly. We don't have
I'm
this
from
there.
Nepean, but I'm not from Barhaven.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Amanda's from Barhaven.
I am.
I'm.
Are you folks still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same house.
Oh, really?
With that pool.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That was a great pool.
It's
a great pool.
It's a great pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a great pool.
You're invited next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Amanda's mom and dad, for inviting me.
They're the best.
But yeah, they're pretty nice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met them a couple of times. So, they're awesome.
They're great.
Yeah.
I might have broken into their pool earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's
30 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Broken into her parents' pool.
I think they'd be okay with it.
They were.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask them?
They didn't answer the phone.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So she was
fair game.
Thrifty.
Said, screw you guys. I'm coming over.
Fair enough. What do you got? Is it?
I was thinking, who would the artist, live or dead artist that you'd like to open for?
Emmylou Harris. I have done that, but
she's awesome.
Again, I would like to do that again. I've opened for Emmylou, Lucinda. Those are my two top ones for sure. I guess Sheryl Crow.
Lucinda Williams, nice.
Sheryl Crow, yeah, you love Sheryl Crow.
I love Sheryl Crow. Love Lucinda Williams. Emmylou Harris. I think it'd be fun to open for Alanis. Ooh. She's the shit.
Have you met her?
Yes.
Is she actually the shit?
She's great.
Yeah.
I don't know her very well or anything, but she's playing a blues fest.
Yeah, she is.
You're not playing this year?
I'm not playing this year.
No. You've played there a lot, though.
I have.
Yeah. Yeah. Alanis used to hang out at Zach's when I used to work there. Yeah, she was the protege of Louise Remy from 1 to 1.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they're a pop band from the 80s. And Louise was kind of showing her the ropes.
Oh, cool.
So she was kind of around.
Like back then?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, she's from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to Glebe High School.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this question out of the way because, I need to know.
Well, it is our traditional question.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What is your opinion, 80s or 90s music? And this is very important. And if she says what I think she's going to say, it's just because she's your friend.
No, I think I feel like she's going the other way.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, I was born in the 80s, first of all. So I feel like I know less music from the 80s.
I don't like the way this is going.
But I feel like the 90s were when I was in high school, and it was music that I associate with like times that we had, like Sarah Olson's White Sunfire, for example.
Yes.
But
I remember that car. Oh my God. Sorry.
That's okay. I think that I would pick the 80s though over the 90s, even though I think I know less music. Yeah.
She flipped you, eh, bud?
She sure did.
I told you you were going to go your way.
Ah, man.
For me, it's 90s, but
Yeah. We've kind of been throwing this at people, and because James is a big 90s hip hop guy, and I'm an 80s.
Well, 90s everything, really.
Yeah.
Grunge. I liked it all.
I like the 90s.
I thought you said guns.
Guns. I like the 90s country.
Grunge.
Yeah.
But yeah, because the 80s is, well, I grew up in I was born in the 60s, so. But the 80s, well, I love the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. Like, it doesn't matter.
Well, this isn't about you. We're talking to Amanda.
What do you mean it's not about me?
I suppose.
My picture's on the damn website.
Let her go. Let her go.
Sorry, man.
I suppose the thing I could say about the 90s is like when Lilith Fair happened, for example, that was pretty epic. There was so much movement in terms of women being more in the spotlight.
Absolutely.
So I'd say that was pretty.
That was.
And I suppose Jagged Little Pill. Okay, so maybe I'll say 90s after all.
Yeah. See?
I just know more music.
I just
from the
talked myself
90s.
out of it.
Was that an influential album to you, Jagged Little Pill?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it came out and I would like sit in my room and listen to it. And then I was like, I'm going to write a song.
Nice.
And then I did.
You did.
And then you wrote another one.
And then I wrote,
another one.
I know.
Was like, I know I've read, I didn't know your grandfather, but is he still around?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But some of the things that you mentioned that I did with my grandfather also was like fishing and enjoying outdoors. But like, so is that still kind of part of your life? Do you still like to get outside?
I love being outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So much.
Nice.
I love the Ottawa River. I love going to Kitchissippi, the Remick Rapids there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I love hiking. Listen to me. I sound like a lesbian.
What?
Wait, I am a
Oh,
lesbian.
you are.
Spoiler alert, folks.
If you didn't know.
Yeah.
If now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, that was good. Oh, kudos.
Oh, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I have my moments.
Is there a style that you don't like music?
I mean, I wouldn't put on like scream metal. No. I mean, it's cool, but I wouldn't put it on.
No, fair enough.
I'm anxious. I don't need any help.
Yeah.
I don't need any help.
I have enough anxiety. I don't need somebody screaming
Although
in my
the
ear.
drummers in those,
Are
like we've talked about it
Yes,
in
we
one of
have.
our episodes, is the drummers in like that kind of metal are amazing.
Yes.
They're like,
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
very
but
talented.
the music,
everything,
yeah.
they're all so good. It's all going so fast. I like melody and
Yeah.
vibe.
and being able to understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Which I've listened to it and I get it. Like I work with younger folks at restaurants and stuff, and they're just like, "This is amazing. You got to listen." I'm like, "Okay, play it," and I'm like,
I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
so anyway, but
But it's
everybody,
awesome. It's so good. It's just so technical.
exactly. They're amazing musicians and stuff, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I mean, it's it's not for me either. I like kind of like hip hop, and I like to I think the vibe is the right word.
And melody and like
Some melody. Yeah.
And context too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Timing.
Nice. Which will bring me to another one of the questions is I want to know what the saddest song you've ever heard.
Ooh.
a song called Grey by Ani DeFranco.
I know that name.
That song is so sad but so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics, oh my god. Listen to it, people. It's really good. It's called Grey.
I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget because,
Grey.
Ooh, like
by
the cup.
Ani DeFranco.
Yeah.
It's the
I like
most
that you answered that very quickly.
beautiful song.
Yeah, that was
Blue is a good song by Lucinda Williams also.
Yes, it is. I agree 100%.
I know some sad songs.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
My Old Friend the Blues. Listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Steve Earle.
Steve Earle
Oh,
song.
okay.
yeah.
I love these recommendations.
What's your favorite part of being a musician?
I feel like the people that I meet and the places I get to go.
Yeah,
I've gone so many places that I never would have gone if I wasn't doing music.
it's true.
Yeah. I'd say that's the coolest thing about it.
Yeah. Got to play hockey with Jim Cuddy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is pretty cool.
No,
Yes.
it's cool. I saw Blue Rodeo when they're in town.
Oh, yeah.
They were
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, they're so good.
Oh my God, I love them.
Blue Rodeo. Yeah.
Yeah.
What song you sing in the shower?
What song? I mostly do vocal warm-ups in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really sing unless I'm singing.
There you go.
Isn't that funny?
No.
I don't put on a lot of music naturally either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You'll just like kind of vibe out sometimes?
Sometimes I'll put it on. It could be because I'm never passively listening to music. I'm always like, what's happening there? And it's like an active thing for me.
Yeah, you're technical, right?
Yeah. So, but I don't really sing in the car or the shower or anything. I mostly just warm up.
Yeah.
Which sounds insane, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
No. I mean, you're
Makes sense.
You're the professional musician.
Exactly.
So I think
Yeah.
it makes sense that like if you were well, I guess it would be a good comparison.
Yeah.
But
We're professional listeners.
yeah.
And it's a car, not shower for me.
Mm.
I'm in my Jeep looking, and people are looking at me like I'm an idiot because I am.
I play
But
music
I don't care.
in the shower and
Yeah. Well, same here,
Yeah.
but I don't sing in the shower.
you don't sing ever.
That's true.
I try and get him to sing on the show all the time and he just
Yeah.
doesn't.
I won't do it
Why?
because
Come on,
Okay.
man.
no.
Amanda's
Don't
gonna,
make me. You're
Amanda's going to make you.
no. Anyway, speaking of singing, what's your opinion of covers? Like, if somebody covered one of your songs, would you be like, "Oh, that's really nice"? Or
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
People have done that. It's so
Yeah.
nice. I've seen some stuff on YouTube.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always cool.
Yeah.
I like singing cover songs. I did it for so long,
Mhm.
but I don't do that anymore, but I like singing other people's songs as well.
That makes
I like
sense.
to add
Yeah.
on to that. When you're in concert and you're singing to like 10, 12,000 people, and they're singing along
That's
to your
cool.
song. I wanted to know how that felt because that looks like the coolest thing in the world for an artist to go.
Totally. It feels nice. It's also like this is sort of geeky, but like vibrationally when everyone is singing the same thing and the band is playing, it's just like a really cool feeling.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's like a euphoria, right?
Yeah.
Well, especially when they're singing and they know every word of the song, and you're going, "Oh my god,
It
that
is pretty
so
cool.
awesome!" Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's cool.
There you
10
go.
or 12 people.
Yeah,
I've seen 10 or
I'll-
12 people do that.
Yeah.
Maybe not 10,000. Just kidding.
She's lying.
All you and you
Lying.
and you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom, Dad,
Yeah. Brother.
and my neighbors. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, brother.
Okay, so ethics. Let's talk about ethics. Like, obviously, you have great ethics. Do you think that, the way that you've built your own record label and the way things are going, do you think that ethics are becoming more involved in the music industry?
Yeah. I think that as a human in general, it's becoming a very polarized time where like people sort of want to know what you believe and what you think and what you stand for, which I think is great. So I'd say it's really important. I think, the music business is still totally weird. We're commoditizing and, humans and making art, like turn it into like, capitalistic gains and all that stuff. Like it's still kind of a trip, but I think that more and more people are wanting to, I don't know if it's coming from a place of like not wanting to fuck up or like be caught that you're kind of an asshole, but I do think that people are thinking more about like social justice and
For sure.
and humanity in general. But I kind of think humans, well, not everybody, but I think there's a shift just in terms of like the global population also.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good point.
And I think it's about fucking time.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, just
Yeah,
let everybody,
seriously.
live their lives the way
Seriously,
they're supposed to
man.
live, and stop buying shit on Amazon.
mm,
I hate Amazon, right? So that's the thing I don't really like. I mean,
Yep.
they might take us off their platform, but I don't care.
mhm.
Yeah, but it's just like
Right.
like I don't like just buying stuff to buy it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
You're just accumulating shit.
You take your stand, Gus. Take your stand.
I know. I get excited about it, but
Yeah.
it's like we don't need that. You don't need this. You get what you need, and like I think that's a big part of the indigenous community as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. Lots of crossover of like themes there. I think we are like in this cycle of feeling like we're supposed to accumulate and consume, and like we're literally like brainwashed to do that stuff.
You're a better person if you have more than somebody else,
Yeah, it's
which
gross.
is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but sharing with community and like taking what you need and also giving to community, like, it's, I don't know, call me crazy, but I'm not sure how much longer this planet is going to survive if we don't start acting like a community.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and
scary.
it is scary,
Yeah.
and it's yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
I'm that girl.
Yeah. Well, you're super generous with your time, and we appreciated you coming
Absolutely,
on.
we did. For sure. Yeah.
The Spaces in Between is out now, which can be streamed on all platforms. The album release party is June 1st at El Mocambo in Toronto. And be sure to check out www.amandarheaume.com for tickets, more information on her tour, as well as purchasing the albums, which includes pre-ordering the Spaces in Between album on vinyl.
Yeah, the vinyl's coming in next week, actually.
Amazing.
So Compact Music will have it, and the Record Center.
Nice.
Tell her.
I bought two for one of
Yay,
each today.
from which one?
Online on your website.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
good.
I talked to Ian Boyd, and he was like, because he said, "Don't worry,
great.
Amanda's amazing." You know. And
Yeah.
I said, "I know."
I'm getting
He's
that
the
live.
best.
Yeah.
Ian
but,
wrote me on Facebook. He's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the best. They land tomorrow in Toronto. So
Oh, great.
yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to listen to it on vinyl.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to put that on my turntable, listen to it
I
over
know.
and over and over again.
Yeah.
I listened to the test pressing at the Record Center. They have these
Yeah.
like crazy speakers and crazy record player, and
Nice.
John let me sit there and listen to it. So
Nice.
Sounds good.
mm-hmm.
I bet. Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks
Oh,
for having me.
yeah, seriously,
this is
this
so
was-
fun.
Yeah.
It was so,
Appreciate
this
you
is
having
so
me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have you.
Yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Great friend of mine, great person, Amanda Rheaume.
All right. Till next time, folks.
Have a good week.
Bye.